Hello and welcome back to Rollercoaster Tycoon, where Megaworld Park is starting to become more and more like a really great, successful, got all the basics covered type of park that we all want it to be, of course, and that it deserves to be because, well, let's be honest, I mean, aside from all the wrongs that were in there, the rides in this park are just amazing. Really, this is one of the best looking parks I've ever seen. So, yeah, there's that. And we got all the basics set up. We got stuff done, we got the settings of most of the rides done, we got shops, we got stalls, and most important, let's not forget, toilets. So, with that all done, we had a few rides closed when we started, and I think it is about time that we take a look at those. But what I also do see is over here this coaster. If you take a look at the velocity, it enters the station at like 50 something kilometers an hour. Now this is just departing. If this were to have a station brake failure, we'd have a crash on our hands. So what we're gonna do is, just to make it crash proof, we're gonna put it to 20 seconds. That will leave a little gap in between, but it shouldn't really be that impactful on the queue time. What it should do, however, is make it so that whenever this train enters the station, this one should be well up here, and by the time it would be reaching the back end of this train, it should be that far up the lift that the train entering the station would decline in pace and only bump the next train in case of a station brake failure, therefore making it effectively crash proof. So far the theory. Right? Anyway, the rides that we had closed down were, wait, that's a staff list. Avalanche for starters. So let's have a look at Avalanche. And I believe we had this closed down because I didn't really trust this going up. And seeing how we have it for testing purpose over here, let's just do a test run. Because if it crashes right now, you know, there isn't much going on. So let's just see how it does on a test ride. Wow, there's also this entire area over here, which I seem to have forgotten when... No. There is shops and stalls there. For a moment I thought I had forgotten this area in my round of shops installing, but I don't think I really do have. So it's not really... well, it is gaining pace already, but I saw this making this jump off. So this is all looking good, actually. It goes through here with less pace than I thought it would. It's only like 50 kilometers an hour. It actually declines a little bit. So it goes through there at not that high pace. Look at it. And here I thought that this thing would crash because of the speed it would have, but it's actually not going that fast. I thought it would already crash at like 30 or 40 kilometers an hour pace, but it seems that it can also go through these hops at like 40 kilometers an hour, or even a little bit higher. So I guess we can just open it up, you know, and oh, you know what? Before we do that though, we're gonna play it safe and say one train, and then we are truly gonna open it up. So now, of course, it will not have ratings, but that's okay. So, balls. Next is, what else did we close? We have quite the list of shops and stalls to work our way through. And unfortunately, sorting things does not matter. It is good, however, to see that apparently I also forgot to open Lemonade Stall 10. I'm sure someone has yelled in the comments about me not opening it up, you know. Next up is the Purple Peril. So let's see about this. Let's go with 9 cars to start out with. And let's just go with the one to start. And let's see if it even makes it through. It is also a pretty long train, I have to admit that. Now this coaster does seem quite extreme with its Cobra, its double loop before Cobra loop. And then there is some more corkscrews and loops and whatnot. Wait, didn't I say? No, apparently I did not say. So we'll just have to... I thought for a moment, like, alright, what's the train? Why is the train that long? But maybe it's just that, you know, particular to that type of coaster. Turns out it wasn't. Alright, 40 kilometers through there. Seems all pretty good to go through there. Pretty good. So far it's not looking too bad. And it goes at 40. Whoa. I thought it wouldn't make it through there, but it actually does. Okay. Game, don't do that with the jinxing around of the camera. So I guess if we close it and then go with one train rather than two, and we open it up, we should be good, right? That way it cannot crash, and it makes it so that there is no reason for us to not, you know, to not have this be open. I mean, we've seen that it makes it. It also seems to me that there is no guest going on it. That will probably change once we have the ratings, though we have to keep an eye on this, because there is a good chance that now that we've changed the actual train length, that, oh no, never mind. I was about to say, like, there's a good chance that now that we've changed the actual train length, the thing might be too extreme. We'll have to see about that, but... Anyway, so the purple peril is in theory open without anyone on the ride. I am quite curious to the ratings though, so we'll just go and watch it again. Oh look, we got jet skis. We'll probably have to, in order for us to be able to actually complete this park, we'll probably have to add a few more rides. That's not a problem, but it will probably be a little bit of like jet skis and that type of stuff. So. Let's see. Wow, look at that gas count. It's just going up and up and up. And that is of course also because we're just opening rides left and right. So. Please don't be too extreme. And the guests are still going on it, and I do think that they know the ratings before they are published. So, and look, they even go on it during the rain, and this coaster is not rainproof. It must be like really, really good right now. Must be. Is it? Oh, please don't be too extreme. Please. Game, please. Anyway, let's already move on to like the next ride, which is the rickety rocket. I'm not entirely sure, but we should definitely do a test ride over here, see how it does, and also check whether or not a station brake failure can do it harm. So, whilst we wait for this to do its calculating, we're just gonna watch a test ride here, right? So, let's test ride it. Now with the rocket, they're always single cars, so that will not ever change. And usually, guys, I mean, this is from experience of, I don't know, 1,000 videos or something, or close to it. Yeah. You know, when it takes that long, it's usually not that good. And this time, it isn't either. So, what we need to do is, we need to see if we can get away with 8 cars for a train. And then we'll open it up again. And then... what was the velocity? I don't know. Maybe... I mean, it makes it through. And the pace... That's the thing that I'm worried about most, is the pace at which it enters the station. What we can do here, though, is with the 12 rockets, and it's only a 49 ride thingy, huh? Maybe we need to put this at like 7 and that at like 3. 7 times, not even. How about 5? We need 4 and 1. Yeah, I think that is like the way we need to go. So if I were to open this up then, this would now go regardless, basically. It's just a ever continuing coaster. Also, is this thing back yet? Yeah, it is. Look at what kind of influence that has on the G-forces. Do you see that? This was 4 points. Look at it. Look at the influence that has on the ratings. So a shorter train equals less G's. Very interesting, you know, very interesting. So what I'm hoping here is that, you know, the way we have it set up is that when we have a station brake failure, because of all the same spacings, I don't know, I think even with a station brake failure it will not help. But we'll have to see. Maybe we should add brakes over there. I don't know, we'll see. It is said that brakes do help with the crashing, but we'll see. We'll leave it as is for now. Then we also have rotting lumber. Now, I want to see a test ride here, and we're only gonna do the one train. Test ride for me, would you? See, another good thing about the rocket thing is that if it crashes, at most 4 people die. Now this sounds really terrible coming from a Tycoon, but it is the truth, you know. We need to think in numbers here, and it's all about efficiency, right? Right. Let's check if this actually, if this works. I mean, the same over here. I was kind of worried about it making it through all the curves. This coaster is just known for losing so much pace during its track. Admittedly, though, this coaster track itself is there's good, there's excellent, and then there's this. This is like on a whole other level. Yeah, I was worried about this bit. Well, I know one thing that we don't need to worry about, and that is this coaster crashing. So we'll definitely get back to 3 trains, because this thing cannot crash. So basically I was worried for nothing here. But that's okay, because now it is open, and during the rain, guests probably do not want to go on it. So we'll just fire off 1 train to get ratings, and then hopefully, you know, once the rain's done, we have at least 1 train there. Oh, I guess it doesn't even matter that it's raining. Some guests are just daredevils. Ooh, look, and we got a hot dog stall. We'll get to that in a moment. I want to... Spinner. Oh, this is the one that crashed, but... where we were really lucky with, basically, because there was nobody on the coaster. Now let's see. There's 4 cars only per train. How long does this ride take? Only 1 minute. 16. Let's make this crash proof, right? No. Let's make it crash proof. I mean, I guess, well, we do need the ratings, so it's not a bad idea to have it do this. But I guess with such a short queue, we can easily do this. So, yeah, I don't really feel like. Also, with the one train, I guess it's not a bad idea to not do maximum waiting time. Right. Yeah, so this should be pretty good now. I just want to know at which pace it enters the station. Just so I know if I made the right call. I mean, if it's really close, maybe we can do some track alterations. No, I don't think it is that close, really. Yeah, look at that. It's at 60. Yeah, there's no saving this either. So... Spinaroonie cars. They are quite nice, but still, you know, I think we with the one train here, I think we did a good job. I mean, at worst the guests are gonna get like an extra ride right now. So next up was the Tower of Terror. Okay, let's just see, did we indeed make the right call, or was I like way too cautious? I guess the latter, huh? I guess the latter is the truth. So, well, then we can open this up basically, right? Yeah, no, definitely. So, I was too cautious, but that's alright. So, we have that open. Then the Twister Sisters. Let's see. There. There. Test it and see how it goes. Wasn't really needed, but I think we made a good call. Maybe the thing would even malfunction at times and launch itself off a little bit faster than it usually would. Now this definitely needs fixing. I mean, there is no denying this, you know. This really needs fixing because it's way too extreme right now. So what we can do is say like 6 cars a train. We know that this lowers the intensity a little bit. So let's just watch it and see what happens. And if that doesn't happen, we at least now also know where the, or we will know where the fault lies in terms of. In terms of like track design, because we can just watch the whole ride integral. There's also no undergrounds to it, right? Yeah. So we can't just make like an easy score and remove those. Doesn't work like that. Let's see. So this is not too extreme. It's not over here that it becomes way too much. Nor over there. And it should be able to handle that. Same as that. Just barely makes it though. And that is all good. It's looking good so far, I have to admit. Wow, okay. I'm getting a bit worried here. I mean, we're definitely gonna put a lift in there, you know, because I was getting a little bit worried. And so far, it seems to be all alright. Also, apparently, do you see what we have over here? Different colors per vehicle? Per train, per vehicle. I only just now realized this. Wow, that is so cool. That is like really cool. I just only now noticed, but my goodness, I learned something new today. Like, what is it? The second last or the third last park of like the third expansion. I still learned something new. How cool is those colored trains? we're gonna do more of that, you know, in the future. But I am curious to the ratings of this. Regardless of what they will be, we're definitely going to add a lift over here, because it doesn't feel right with the guests in it, you know. So now, would you be so kind, game, to tell me what is going on here with the ratings? I mean, I really want to know if we need to change stuff. If we do need to change stuff, I feel like perhaps we might want to cut out a loop like over here or something. You know? I mean, this one will probably have to stay, but maybe we'll cut out like this loop. I have a feeling though that it doesn't cut it. We might also cut out the Cobra, but I think the Cobra is kind of cool. So we'll have to see. In terms of G's, where are those lateral G's made? Those high 244. Let's see. Not there. They could also be negative. That is the case, like right at the start. Yeah, it doesn't seem. It really seems like this spike here is. Yeah. Okay. So it didn't make a difference. But it is in the lateral G, so let's take a look at where those are actually made. Because if it is like over here in this curve or something, maybe we can do something about it. But maybe it's over here in this curve. Because those are the high lateral Gs. I think if we lower those, take out this loop, we got this coaster covered. There's plenty of special track pieces in there. It doesn't need to be all that much, you know, that's in here. So, looks good so far. That's the... Yeah, it's this curve. I can already see it. Look, up. Right. Okay, guys. I know what we are gonna change, and that will probably fix this coaster. So, first of all, that. Second of all, this needs to be done differently. So, let's see. I mean, we might as well. It comes from height 20, so we might as well go all the way up here. And then, let's see here. Helix down small. Pace isn't that great on this coaster right now anyway. That's out of line. Is it? I'm saying that. No, it's not. It was in line already. It's out of line, even. Yeah, alright. Maybe we should work our way towards this loop then. I think that might be more clever. So, let's see here. So, if I were to say helix down. And then helix down small. And then remove this. And then a helix down large. And then a helix down small. The helix down large. It could be me, but maybe. Yeah, that's the shame. we kind of need to go one further with this. So. Now I do believe, yeah, it does hook up. Not entirely sure about this whole ordeal though. What we'll probably have to do. I don't know. Let's see. Well, we'll just see how it goes, right? So we have we have the lateral G's tackled. with a bit more of this. I just don't know if it will keep pace, because it loses pace over this track distance. So there's a good chance that this will not have enough pace to make it all the way through. We have a lift here. This is the most precarious thing. So it should make it through everywhere. And with the lateral... Come on, game. Lateral G's taken care of. We should be good now. And if not, well, I guess we'll have to remove this loop. I mean, that's not an issue. We'll just have to realign this whole section. This will also have to move, but you know that's all right. Now look at this. Look at how gentle those G's are. But then there is that issue. I was afraid it would happen. Luckily though, this coaster does have a booster, which we are going to utilize. That should do the trick. We can also lower the loop a little bit if this doesn't help, which might not be such a bad idea, you know. But I was afraid that would happen. We lose quite a bit of pace over this. So, what is the height of this loop, by the way? This starts at height 13, and this is at height 10. So there's no need for this to be this high even. I mean, obviously we'll leave it like that, but you know, we also what other rides did we close down? I'm also curious too. I don't think we have really closed down anything else. So yeah, no, everything else is just up and running. All right, so far so good then. Look at that. Perfect. Perfect. Really good. Really good. That booster track over there made all the difference, really. And the lift over there, make sure that it will pull through. Excellent. And then through there. Yeah. And then it makes it through here, and I don't think any of the other pieces are really a problem. So in theory, with the lateral G's now taken out, this coaster should be good enough. It is not crash proof though, so if there is a station brake failure, we are in for a problem. We can remedy that by making it a one train 8 in the ratings, or 8 long car thingy. Yeah, look at it. This has definitely helped with the lateral G's, and it might even have helped a little bit with the vertical G's as well. But if it hasn't, we'll take, like I said, we'll take out this loop, see how it reacts then. I'm quite curious though. I think we might have actually just put it, you know, put the extremes down enough so that this coaster is good. Maybe this will even be like the best coaster. We can definitely add the flying coaster. You know, that's also a pretty good one. Let's see. Come on, game. Would you be so kind? How many of these passengers? There's 24. And the queue is not that long actually, so we could easily get away with like a one train strategy here and have it be crash proof. Okay, good to know. Now come on, game. I want to start building. I don't want to be test riding all day. So be gentle to me and say that it's good enough. I don't think it is. I think we still have too many loops. Despite having taken out the worst of the G's, I mean 3.8 is good enough. I think we might have too many special track pieces still. Else it would have given us ratings by now. And seeing how it hasn't. Yeah. Look at this. All our guests have umbrellas. We did fix it a little, but not enough. Right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna say 8 cars, 1 train, take out this loop. Basically, we'll have to redo it from over here. So, let's see. Then, it was at height 10, was it not? So let's see how we line up if we do the half loop here. And there's apparently a tree in the way. That will be quickly sorted. And then do the corkscrew. That's height 13, so we need to be like 1 higher. So half loop there. Done. Bob's your uncle. Doesn't need to be difficult, right? Yeah. Seems good enough. Right, so let's see how it does right now. And I know we have added longer trains. Or longer train. Without the S. I know that. I'm well aware of the fact. So let's refresh this. I feel sick. I'm not thirsty. I need to go to the bathroom. It's still 60. Do we really need that many more bathrooms then? Yeah. I don't know. Maybe. This will be like the last test, right? I don't think we need to do that many more. And then we can add a few more shops and stalls that I know we've gotten. And maybe like 1 or 2 more rides. And then we should be good. So. Nice. Also, I see this speck of vomit here like the whole entire time that I'm watching this test ride. Is there no handy, dude? I've hired like a bajillion and I don't see any of them here. What's up with that? Are you coming down here to clean this up or what? Thank you. Now, I am curious, like the pace on this thing is also quite a bit higher now because of the more mass the train has. So maybe this whole booster track here isn't needed right now. Could be the case. We'll definitely see that in terms of like the G's that we pull. So it's back at the station. If this does turn out to be still too extreme, then what we will do is, yeah, removing a bit out of here is going to be difficult. Really, the disgusting state of the paths. Is that so, game? Is that so? Where is it disgusting? I mean, a message like that, you know, in a park where it's all about park rating is important. So we can't just say like, it's not a thing, you know, guess you're crazy. Well, they are. They're pixels. Pixels are always crazy. It's probably like one spot that we've missed with the staff assignments. Like something like this or something, you know. Probably. Or maybe, oh, there's even vandalism here. You don't say. Oh, never mind. This is definitely the issue. Yeah, and that's the handy dude who is trapped down there. Still too extreme. And also definitely, again, back with the higher G's. So we're definitely going to get back to 6 cars per train. Still do the 1. And then, let's see here. What else can we tear out? I want to tear out, like, maybe we do need to tear out like this Cobra loop. As cool as it is, Maybe, I think this is like the quick and easy fix for this. So we'll tear out the Cobra loop. And that's also easy to mix, to do something else with. See? Done. Like, really, really easy. And then with like the 6-car train, this should really help out with the ratings. It should be good right now. We'll still have it open over here, but I do believe that in the meantime we have. Wait, we get a garden clock. That's all. Seriously, that's all. Oh my goodness. I mean, what am I supposed to do with like a garden clock? Like game, seriously. Anyway, what we'll do is we'll just add a few. And this is the thing that I think it is. Yeah, it's just that. Oh man, what am I supposed to do with that? You know what? Just to be sure, you know, that we have like absolute perfect toilet coverage. I mean, after all, that is the stuff that I'm worried about most. I'll just start spamming a bit of this. Oh, this is also bad. What happened here? They have all become stuck there. Right. And that happened because the track was designed the wrong way. And that needed to be like that because why exactly again? No real rhyme or reason to it, other than the fact that we can change that. Right. And then this can even be like a tight curve, I believe. So we can do this. Look. Perfect. That works. And this can be opened. Nice. So that shouldn't stall anymore over there. Nice. Now we were placing down hot dog stalls, and that's what we were doing right over here. So let us continue doing this in the like in between places. You know, that's where I want those hot dog stalls to be, in the in between places. So like over there. There's a tree in the way. Can I please remove it? You know I'm an expert at removing trees. Just saying. Wow, just hear the toilet use. Love it. Also, we're gonna add like one more toilet over there. I think that's at a crucial place. Wait, we need this visible, but like this. Maybe we can do like a hot dog joint, like. Guys, I think we've just fixed the Viper coaster. Look at this! Let's have it open to the public, right? And then maybe also there isn't much over here either. Let's also get a hot dog place in here. Like I said, you know, we'll place it in all the in-between places. Turns out that we have quite a lot of them. Wait. Oh no, you were facing the right way. And there you go. Are there more in between places? I don't know, this seems a bit difficult, you know. It seems like we have everything here already. Well, except for a toilet. Let's also get a toilet down. We know these to be crucial to our success. Might as well add one more, you know, doesn't hurt either. So, this is a nice in-between place though, here. Let's get a hot dog thingy in there. Just for the hungry and the needy. Alright. also feel like that over there is perfect hot dog place. It's a bit seek and search for these hot dog places, but if you look close enough, we will find them. It also seems it is not as easy as I thought it would be, but a tiny bit of terraforming, you know, the absolute bare minimum allowed, should be good here. Now, I do wonder, do we have... There's no bathroom like up here, so let's also get that out there. I mean, there's still like quite a few guests who want to go to the toilet. And I want to cater to all of them. Let's see. I think over here would also not be such a terrible place for something like, I don't know, maybe a hot dog stall? Thinking out loud here, yeah, maybe like this. We have toilets there, so that's all good. Same over there and over here. We can definitely do with a hot dog thingy right here. Now that will work. And then... well, we are... Alright, yeah. I was contemplating a single toilet, but I don't think we actually need it, so we'll skip it for now. And then this is all elevated, so there's no real room for anything. That works, nice. It's another hot dog stall down the count. And then, you know what, I guess here near the entrance we might also want just another toilet. Because my reasoning was that all the guests who enter don't need to go. But there isn't, of course, just the guests who enter the park here. There's also the guests who are passing by. So let's see, and then this is also a real in-between area that we have here, so I guess we could get away with like another hot dog joint. Right where this toilet is, basically. Maybe like that right there, right next to that exit. Let's see. There, nice. Now we have a big joint there. However, there's nothing up here. Ooh, and there is a t-shirt stall. We're definitely going to get that. And we'll get it like right next to the hot dog place. Definitely. Let's have it be orange. Good. And there is toilet coverage here. But not really up here, like right in between. So let's get a toilet and also get hot dog and t-shirt. Okay, maybe not a t-shirt. That's a little bit too close, but we'll get at least not over there, out there in the middle of nowhere. And open you up. Maybe we would need toilet coverage. No, it's good enough as is. Then we have over here the absolute nowhere, and we definitely want like a t-shirt stall here. Let's also have that be orange, right? So orange it will be. And also we'll do a hot dog. That's one of the downsides of such a big park. There's so much stuff one needs to place, it's crazy. I don't know, but this is where we also started placing down the hot dog joint, so I guess we got it all covered. As for like the rest of the park, I mean, wasn't it like 3,500 guests? Yeah. So we are only now 13 guests off. That's all. So I guess all we need to do is place down just a few rides and then finish the park. But that and more all has to wait for next time, when we play more Rollercoaster Tycoon.